No, I'm not exaggerating with the thumbnail. It really does feel like the stock market is stuck between a rock and a hard place. If you notice today's price action, all in all, I mean, something we actually discussed in my community, as always. Actually, the community members got an exclusive today in which they were previewed to everything that's going on. And, well, let me kind of show off for a little bit. And then we had a great, big, long discussion about it. And so, well, the simple thing is that the market really kind of made a nothing burger today, kind of mainly moved sideways, which resulted in not a lot. That not a lot really resulted in the market spending most of its bullish momentum. That's the bottom line. Here is, by the way, let me show off. Like I said, my members here got an ad-free exclusive video earlier today, 5:58 p.m. my time, as you can see, many hours ago, about 4 hours ago. And basically, none of this was a surprise. Market moving downwards, potentially correcting up. Then, as you can see, we had discussions on that topic. Of course, more than anything, everybody's invited there. I see the members are still discussing it. More than invited to join the discussion, and you'll be up to speed. But for us, that wasn't a surprise. Again, I got the members prepared from yesterday in another video today. We had a members meeting yesterday, which was really awesome. And we kind of discussed this in advance, and I believe my community didn't find this surprising nor, something they couldn't expect, did not expect. Objectively, if we're looking at the price action as it's already set up right now, on one hand, the market is really wanting it, or so it appears to be, has that leftover of that bullish momentum and attempts to close that gap roughly around 5,500 all the way to 56 and a bit, 56.40 if I'm not mistaken. Maybe less. It's a little bit smaller. I'm probably exaggerating. Let's see where it is. That is the gap. It is kind of located between 5,500, as I said, to give or take 56.50. Yeah, so not that far off. The market does seem to have a certain setup that does imply the potential closure of that gap, and yet at the same time, it is really struggling to do so. All that bullish momentum that we seem to be having is all the time being spent on sort of catching up back and forth with the bears. And so even though it appears to be at face value that there is bullish momentum, but if that bullish momentum is being spent on closing or fixing the damage that the bears got to do as a step prior to them, if you will, that almost ends up being the hierarchy in the last recent sessions. So all that bullish momentum that they then spend on fixing or correcting or catching up with what the bears then did earlier, they end up having no bullish momentum to actually have a rally. So if objectively we're going to look at how the market is setting up right now on the daily chart, we basically have the leftover of today, just merely about an hour, and then we have tomorrow's session for the week to close. The day does appear to be bullish, but then again, if we look at what has happened, as we said, all that bullish momentum was spent on closing the gap. We are probably going to run out of bullish momentum right here at 50, or at least test it. Now, why are we thinking that? Because as you can see, this entire impulse on the weekly is just a tiny corrective movement on a severe movement downwards that, of course, was far larger. And did this entire bullish impulse really change anything on a monthly? No, it didn't. Well, eventually it will allow me to show you. No, it didn't. And so we haven't even reached oversold conditions, and we're already battling the battle of 5,000, 5,200, 4,800, the target we should have had potentially in a month from now. So the market at this rate, at least so far, the market has demolished basically what we've done over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. And earlier, if you really look forward on, these 2 months pretty much demolished what we've done over a year, or almost a year, give or take. At the end of the day, the momentum, although subsiding, that bearish momentum is subsiding temporarily, so and we're end up testing 5300, which totally makes sense because we kind of skipped it over. It still shows that we're retaining enough bearish momentum in the system, pardon me, to continue lower prior to having the ability to come to a certain slowdown and actually have a real bullish wave. Whether it's going to be strong or not is up for debate, but right now the market is signaling, in my humble opinion, if we look at most of the time frames, that it's either running out, gonna run out, and if so, it will end up hitting 4,800 far prior to ever seeing an actual bullish impulse. And if we hit 4,800, have a tiny little bullish impulse back to 49, 5,000, and then break back down. In other words, it does not appear that all that bullish momentum can actually be spent on gaining an edge, but rather just maintaining a slower descent, if that makes any sense to you. I hope it does. Those are my students, of course. By the way, reminding me, I have one-on-one, 3 spots in the one-on-one academy open right now. 3 spots. Whoever signs up earns, benefits, whatever you want to call it. These spots are also open for my community members and probably will be taken up like hot cupcakes. So hurry up and, just DM me on the Discord. It's a very simple method. You just reach out here. Of course, if you do join, you'll be greeted with this message that will allow you to know that the way to sign up is singular. You have a direct call with me. The way to inquire and ask about the one-on-one academy, if you already are in the Discord, is by opening up a support ticket in the support and telling me, hi Greg, I want to ask about the one-on-one academy. If not yet, you do it through the need help, very same idea. And if you want to make it in, because you just signed up to the Patreon, that's the only way to actually get into the Discord, hang out with us, get the heads up I give pretty much on a daily basis, have 2 meetings or 1 meeting at least on the weekly basis with me and the community members, ask questions, all that wonderful stuff. And by the way, one-on-one academy students get lifetime membership in the Discord, just to be clear. No added price, just plenty of added value, no added price. Don't forget that if you do join, you need to go through the left click me, make sure your account is connected, unless it is connected in advance, and then you just kind of skip over that step. And so don't ask me about it. That means if you can see welcome, right? If you can see this, that means you're already inside. If you cannot see it and you can see only these, that means you still need to go through the process of these 2. Just follow the instructions. It's not going to take you longer than a couple of minutes. Pretty self-explanatory, and all of it is here. That's it. This is everything I got for you today. I hope that kind of brought you up to speed. And again, the community were aware that we're going to have potentially this impulse, but all in all, it seems like the market will result in a far more bearish outcome. And right now we're looking towards the 4,800 again. May, for some unforeseen reason, news related or something of this sort, bounce back up again. Even if it's back to the 54.47, although we have spoke about the 56.50, I highly doubt it. Something I've said before, we've seen this very phenomena with 59, 58, and 57. And as I said, we're naturally going to make it back to 59. We're going to break back down, potentially 57 or 58, which exactly what happened. Now, don't miss out. Join the community. Right now, all the prices in the Patreon are 50% off. Within a week and a half from now, not even actually, on the 19th of this month, all prices on the Patreon will be going back to their normal pricing. So definitely sign up right now, otherwise you'll be missing out. On the 19th of the month, the prices will be reinstated to their normal pricing. So definitely join right now. Don't miss out. Current prices, if you want to see, this is how it looks like. This is how you join in, patreon.com/investory. Right now, it's this $10 tier will be on the 19th, will be brought back up to 20. This $20 tier will be brought back up to 40. And basically, anyone who signs up right now stays in the community. This retroactively will be retained, and forever, as long as you retain your current subscription model, you will be retaining this price. If you subscribe after the 19th, it will be $20, and that will be $40. Heads up. By the way, don't forget to change the sticker so you can pay annually and save 10 more percent. All right? I know it doesn't matter much, but in the long run, it accumulates, right? So yeah, sure, that is it, boys and girls. I hope to see you in the community. Hope to see you on the Discord. And now I have to run because I have a live to go to. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.